Tonight on Elon Local News.
Emergency alert, but most people didn't get it.
Yeah, I normally get the text and the email, both of them, but I didn't get either for this announcement.
Isaac Bagaliev, 8.
Remembering Holocaust victims.
Where are you on Health EU?
Those stories and more.
Elon Local News starts now.
Live from the Jane and Brian Williams studio at Elon University School of Communications, you are watching Elon Local News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Rachel Hawley.
And I'm Fiona McAllister. Yesterday afternoon, you may have received an e-alert to your phone notifying you that Clohan Dining Hall was closed until further notice because of a potential gas leak. Or you might be a part of the 80% of people who were supposed to be notified, but were not. The initial e-alert was sent just after 3:30 on Sunday afternoon. Elon Campus Police Chief Joe Lemire says that the e-alert was intended to be sent to all students, faculty, and staff. The message only went to those who had downloaded the Rave Guardian app. Lemire says they recognize the problem and are addressing it.
We have to do a combination of timely versus quality and make sure that what we send out is correct. And that's something that we'll build into our training, and there's a couple other ideas we have for some other technology that we operate. Make sure that if we have a real major incident that we're sending this stuff out correctly.
When we caught up with sophomore Maggie Blakeney yesterday, she said she was frustrated she did not receive the alert.
Yeah, I normally get the text and the email, both of them, but I didn't get either for this announcement, and so it was a surprise to me to realize that they were actually closed today and without explanation, so I thought it was a little interesting.
Clohan reopened this morning with normal hours after no gas leak was found yesterday evening.
Although the dining hall is back open, students still face technical issues with the mobile ordering app for some retail locations, including Clohan's Fountain Market. Elon Dining and the Phoenix Card Office have gotten the following locations back online: Billy D's, Biscuitville, Flat Out, Freshie, and Village Juice, according to an email from Vice President for Student Life, John Dooley, this afternoon. The email states that they are still working on fixing the technical challenges for Acorn, Boar's Head, Einstein's, and Qdoba.
Across campus, students stood in front of Mosley Center reading names of Holocaust victims.
Jerry Griffnote, 7. Isaac Bagaliev, 8.
Elon observed Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day. The reading of the names ceremony included different colored ribbons to symbolize the various identity groups targeted by the Nazis during World War II.
Tomorrow, there will be a vote to determine if Elon will bring a new sorority to campus. Our Aaron Martin has more.
Alpha Epsilon Phi, a historically Jewish sorority, is hoping to expand to Elon. Junior Natalie Schuver pitched the idea to student involvement her freshman year and says having a space where she can celebrate her Jewish identity is important to her.
It's important for Jewish women to have a space outside of Hillel or Chabad religiously where they can interact with each other and create a community, especially now. It's huge.
Sophomore Ava Wishkoff is another student interested in joining AE Phi and says she thinks the sorority will be good for creating more community for Jewish women on campus outside of Chabad and Hillel.
I think it would be like a nice safe haven for like other Jewish girls on campus, like as well as Chabad and as well as Hillel. I think it would be like a nice, more like tight-knit community.
While the sorority still needs to be formally voted in, Schuver is optimistic that next year there will be new space for Jewish women on campus.
It's an absolute dream come true. I've been working on this since freshman year, so I'm so happy that this is happening. I'm so excited for it.
Aaron Martin, Elon, Local News.
Delegates from each sorority plan to vote tomorrow, and we will have updates on our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
The Students for Peace and Justice at Elon are organizing a peaceful protest against the war in Gaza tomorrow at 9:45 a.m. at Medallion Plaza. The group stated on its Instagram page that no hate against either side of the conflict would be tolerated during this walk. To learn more about the march, visit elon.spj on Instagram. Finals often equal stress. Will give you ways to cope.
And after the break, our Mackenzie crews will forecast if we're headed into a week of clear skies or thunderstorms.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Greg, come on man, let's put a ride home.
You're watching Elon Local News.
Final exams are right around the corner, and so are increased stress levels for many students. Elon News Network spoke with Tal Fish, who explains why this time is particularly stressful, and shared some strategies for getting through finals.
So there might even be a mixture of anxiety about sitting for finals, but also about saying goodbye or what comes next.
Fish encourages students to engage in self-care, drinking water, getting sleep, spending time with loved ones, and engaging in positive self-talk. He reminds students that grades are not a reflection of your worth, and that stresses the importance of working to ease overwhelming situations. Counseling services will be at this week's College Coffee to give out Stress Less kits to students preparing for finals.
The university plans to put counseling in the new Health EU Center. The building will be an innovation quad and has an expected opening date of summer 2026. The facility is set to include a pool, climbing center, and other fitness facilities. Health services will continue to be at South Campus. The university hopes to raise $25 million for the building. Students have mixed opinions about this new center.
The gym that we have on campus in Quarry, a lot of people complain about being very cramped and complaining about machines not being open and all that. Also, the experience that some women feel, how they don't feel comfortable going into the basement part because of the surrounding male presence. And so I feel like it's a lot of good opportunity to space out the community and have all people be very comfortable.
I think moving counseling services is a great idea. I think there's a lot of stigma still that in our society behind mental health and well-being. So I think making counseling services more, its presence more known on campus, it would significantly help things.
I appreciate counseling services, I guess, being on South Campus. I think for me it allows some time for reflection before and after my time with my therapist. I think it also allows me privacy, not that you can destigmatize therapy. I think the offering of counseling services does that for students on campus, but there is a privacy aspect.
In terms of picking a good location for accessibility, that's certainly furthering that goal. I don't know if that's necessarily the only thing that they need to do in order to reach the goal of destigmatizing seeking counseling. I think that might need to go along with more of a communications solution, but I think it's an admirable ambition.
It seems like an important project to them, but I feel like if they do take money out of our tuition, I would rather it be for something that we need a little more, like maybe new dorms, since I know we're having trouble housing everybody.
If they don't meet the $25 million, then it probably shouldn't happen in the timeline in which they want it to happen. I think that they should wait till they have more outside funding for it and not take it out of the students' budget, especially considering the 5% increase already.
The university hopes to raise $25 million, but is only about a quarter of the way there.
Joining us now for a live look at the weather is our Mackenzie Cruz. Mackenzie, what's in store for us weather-wise this week?
Thank you, Fiona and Rachel. We're looking at some sunny skies after a rainy weekend. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight will be a low of 50 and clear skies. Tomorrow we'll have mostly sunny skies and a high of 84. Wednesday will be a high of 85 and more sunshine. Thursday we'll see thunderstorms and a high of 82, and there will be an average of 80% humidity. Friday we'll have a high of 76 and rainy skies. And finally, Saturday will be partly sunny with a high of 72 and thankfully a bit less humid. Just a warning for Sunday, with more sunny skies, the UV will be a high of 11. So remember to lather up with sunscreen before you head outside. And once again, pollen count will be very high this week, as tree pollen season does not end until around June in North Carolina. So make sure you keep your windows closed at night, since that is when pollen is the highest. Thanks for checking in. Now back to you at the desk.
That is a great reminder for everyone to wear sunscreen and to close windows at night to limit pollen. Thank you so much for that update, Mackenzie.
Coming up next, the class of 2028 and why they chose Elon. Elon Club Baseball just made history. We will have more after the break.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help.
You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
You're watching Elon Local News.
Elon University's soon-to-be graduates can start picking up their commencement tickets, guest tickets from the Schar Center ticket office today through Saturday. Hours for pickup are from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. during the week. On Saturday, the final day for pickup, the ticket office will be open between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. The ticket office is a walk-up window next to the front doors behind the Phoenix statue. Be sure to bring your Phoenix card for faster service.
As the class of 2024 leaves, the class of 2028 is preparing for their arrival on campus in just a few months. Our Erin Martin has the story.
1,662 students have committed to enroll at Elon in the fall. The number is, however, expected to grow to around 1,700, according to Vice President for Enrollment Greg Zeiser. The expected number is on par with previous years, with 1,677 enrolling in the class of 2027 and 1,692 enrolling in the class of 2026. Incoming student Stephanie Diaz is from Chicago and wants to study psychology. She says she's most looking forward to finding community at Elon.
Coming from a predominantly white school and being a person of color, I've always kind of felt left out, and a big thing that I wanted in college was definitely a sense of community. And I definitely saw that at Elon.
Incoming student Alex Prejean is from New Jersey and is committed to major in musical theater. He says he's looking forward to attending a place where he feels he will really fit in.
And toured in February. I got to sit in classes. I was like, whoa, it's just a bunch of people like me at this program.
Casey Leone is from Virginia and hopes to major in outdoor leadership and education. She says she chose Elon because of how she felt when she visited campus.
I just realized how much it felt like I belonged there. It was so easy to just walk around and make new friends. I loved the campus. And I also really like the way that Elon emphasizes student-teacher connections and student accountability.
Erin Martin, Elon Local News.
To hear more about Elon's class of 2028, be sure to pick up a copy of this week's Pendulum.
Elon Club Baseball is preparing for its first playoff appearance in its history. As the team took the field Wednesday night against North Carolina State, there was one thought on their mind: win and end. The game was originally scheduled to be played on the one-year anniversary of the passing of club member Jackson Yell, but was delayed due to rain. Club president Jaden Ryan says the team used the day off to reflect and prepare.
It was also, as you may have known, the one-year anniversary of Jackson Yell's passing, so the club was together all day. It really was a family event. It was another day celebrating Jackson, celebrating our club. And I think that all led into Wednesday really well. I don't think it was a coincidence that game got rained out and we were playing the day after.
The crowd was buzzing as Ryan scored their first run of the game in the third inning. The offense was able to bring in runs, and Elon eventually won 8-2. Starting pitcher Sammy Johnson pitched 8 innings and allowed 0 runs. In celebration, fans stormed the field. Ryan says it was an incredible moment for his team, the fans, and all alumni watching.
The amount of alumni that have reached out to me, just texting me congratulations, have DM'd us on our Instagrams or Twitter, or even giving me calls just saying how great that it is and how much that they wish they could have experienced the same thing or how proud they are of us. It really is amazing.
The team now turns their attention to the playoff tournament starting this Friday against Virginia Tech. All games are live streamed on the Elon Club Baseball YouTube channel.
Elon softball wrapped up its season this past weekend at home for Senior Day with a series sweep of Drexel. The team now will put its attention towards the Coastal Athletic Association tournament as they come in as the 5th seed, facing off against the tournament host UNCW in the opening game on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Elon's organization of the year is dancing to the end of the semester.
Our Abby Gravely tells us what social media is up to after the break.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mind. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're watching Elon Local News.
From pageant queens to diss tracks, it's a busy time in the social media world. Our Abby Gravely is here in studio with the recap.
Thanks, Rachel. This year's Met Gala is in full swing. Celebrities started arriving just an hour ago and will continue to walk the red carpet into the evening. Notable arrivals so far have included Katy Perry and Zendaya, both sporting flower-covered dresses. The fashions of this year are based around a Garden of Time theme, celebrating the opening of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's newest exhibition titled Sleeping Beauties: Reawakening Fashion. To watch the live red carpet, tune into E! Or stream on either YouTube or TikTok. TikTok users can also participate in Met Gala fun from now through May 13th by voting for favorite outfits, entering sweepstakes, and more. Rap fans have been entertained recently by a back-and-forth diss track battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Reigniting a 13-year feud, a total of 9 tracks have been released since March 22nd, and 5 since Friday, the most recent just last night. The tracks have contained accusations and attacks from both parties and are taking the social media world by storm. Just a few hours ago, Miss USA 2023, Noelia Voigt, stepped down from her role. The resignation was announced through an Instagram post in which Voigt advises fans to prioritize mental health, advocate for yourself and others by using your voice, and never be afraid of what the future holds. The title will now be offered to the competition's runner-up, Miss Wisconsin Alexis Lumens. That's all I have for you. Now back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that update, Abby.
The annual Strawberry Festival took place this weekend at the Elon Community Garden. Our Charlotte Fabi has more on this sweet event.
Between plant adoptions and live music, the Elon Community Garden's Strawberry Festival brought people together to celebrate the spring season. The garden serves as a way for students and community members to build relationships and enjoy gardening all year.
Here at the Elon Community Garden, students are cultivating not just plants, but also community.
The garden is maintained by Elon students through a gardening class. Students of any major can participate and they get to choose what plants they grow in their personal plant beds. Elon senior and double major in psychology and human service studies, Eva Colon, took the class last year and is now a teaching assistant.
We have everything ranging from our sunflowers, which are fully bloomed. We have so many different varieties of basil, tomatoes, peppers. We have a watermelon this year.
The festival featured an Adopt a Plant station where people could pick from a wide variety of plants. Each pot came with detailed care instructions to ensure that the new plant parents helped their plants thrive.
These are, they kind of are like instructions. They tell you like what the plant is, like where to plant it, like in sun, in like partial shade, like how big they grow, how much to water them, all those kinds of instructions.
While there weren't many fresh strawberries around, the festival served strawberry ice cream and offered different activities, including salad making, which had homemade dressing made of herbs from the garden. According to another teaching assistant for the gardening class, Cameron McKenna, the garden started about 15 years ago, with many people dedicating their time to ensure the garden succeeds for not just students, but the community. With all the hard work of the semester on display at the event, Cologne says the best part of the festival is seeing people come together to enjoy the outdoors.
Going around and seeing other people happy makes me really happy, and seeing faculty, staff, students coming together, I think being in this space is like the most great, like I'm so grateful that everyone's spending time in nature.
Charlotte Fabi, Elon, Local News.
Previous gardening students and assistants continue to grow flowers, fruits, and vegetables throughout the summer season and prepare the space for all of next fall semester.
Elon's Finest, a student hip-hop group, showed off their skills as they performed their annual spring performance. Our Monica Jervicius has the story.
Elon's Finest held their spring showcase as they were awarded the Dr. Lee M. Lambert Organization of the Year award this past Wednesday. Public Relations Chair Sophie Verrecchia says the award has allowed for further motivation as the group has grown to 22 members.
Recognition, after a year that's been very, a little tumultuous, but all good things. It feels really good, and I think it's a motivator. We were talking back to now we're award winning, so we have to show people why we're award winning. So it's definitely a little extra motivation going into the show.
Freshman Audrey Norris came into Elon not expecting to dance again, but she found a home with the group. She says a weight has been lifted off her shoulders as she enters an executive position next year.
With this award, I feel like it just brought our name out so much. People have been coming up to me and being like, oh my gosh, I heard you guys just won an award. That's awesome. And I had no idea that people even knew that we existed, so that was really awesome.
Elon's Finest Vice President Bree Brabham says that she hopes the group will further be able to express their creativity as the team moves forward after she graduates.
It was still a nice experience to be able to get all the different types of dance styles and being able to really combine those into a fusion of hip-hop choreography that's Finest, and that's really unique to us, and I feel that that's really special that we have.
The group looks forward to next year's shows as they finish off the year. Monica Jervicius, Elon Local News.
As this was the team's last show, the members look forward to dancing their way into next fall.
This weekend, Burlington celebrated the 33rd Annual Carousel Festival. Our Chris Basalik has the story.
After plenty of rainy weather, Sunday afternoon saw the sun shine on Burlington City Park, where the 33rd Annual Carousel Festival was taking place. Filled with live music, local businesses, community organizations, and free rides on the park's attractions, event organizers Caitlin Brown and Sean Echeverria said that they were still excited despite the rainy start to the weekend.
So yesterday, even with the rain, we had a really good crowd in the afternoon, but I do think the weather did hold out better today, and the crowd is larger today.
Fended off some storms this morning, but we pushed through, and now we've got nice clear skies for us. We've got live music going on the main stage. We've got tons of food trucks right here behind me. We've got 70+ artisan vendors on the ball field. We've got free amusement rides all weekend long.
Outside of the carousel, another popular attraction in the park was the miniature train, which runs throughout the park's grounds. The train was filled with happy riders all day. Mark Montgomery, the train's conductor, says that today's crowds were much better as soon as the sun finally came out.
The weather's hurt us a little bit, but this afternoon it's cleared up and we're having a lot of people out. Yesterday, about 1,600 people rode the train from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
Brown and Echevarria said that they were thankful for all the people that came out today, despite the weather, and to the people that helped put on this event.
We're very thankful for all the staff and vendors who stuck it out with us all weekend. We know it was not ideal situations, but we made the best of it, and I think we still put on a really awesome event for the community.
To learn more about Burlington City Park and the Carousel Festival, visit Burlington Recreations and Parks Instagram. Chris Basalik, Elon Local News.
If you missed out on all the attractions, don't worry, you can always go see them next year for the 34th anniversary.
Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for stories, sports, and more.
And make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great night, Elon.
That was good.